Welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to give you a life update. If you like watching these kind of videos, just keep on watching. So life update. I'm cold. Love hats. First life update. What do we want to update you? First life update. We're in January. Usually during winter I gain weight. So I did gain. I am at 140. I think 748. I don't know. It varies between 150 and 148. So I haven't gone, I guess, not less than from the last time I updated you guys on my weight and diabetes. My diabetes, unfortunately, it went up to 7.3. I know. I was in shock myself. So my appointment with my doctor, instead of it being like a 2-minute appointment, the usual half-hour appointment, it was like an hour because we had to sit there and figure out what happened and why it was 7.3. Granted, I didn't feel different from what it was prior to 7.3. I didn't get any like symptoms, any of that stuff. So it's not like it was something that I could have been like, ooh, something is wrong. I was checking my sugars in the morning. I wasn't checking it daily. After a while, it gets a little tiring on the fingers. Your fingers start to hurt. So I went from like everyday checking because we were on different medications to maybe every other day. So I wasn't checking it every day. But the days that I was checking it, I only checked my first thing in the morning, kind of, the blood. I mean, unless it was something like that I felt weird or something like that, then I checked it in between. There was one time that I remember that I did check it because I felt not weird. Well, I did feel weird, but I didn't get the usual signs. My usual signs when my sugar is either high or low, which it sucks. It's usually like the little lights that you see, right? Or not starting to blur, but I sound like I'm blah, basically. That kind of stuff. So mine is basically more of the little lights. Like if I see a lot of little lights floating around, I know something is up already. And I did get one day where I had a bunch of little lights. Excusez-moi. Alright, now I don't know where I left off, but I think it was on my A1C. So my sugars, when I was testing my sugars, I did notice that my numbers was creeping up. My appointment was getting closer, so I did sort of IM the doctor. They have messaging back and forth. And she just told me to keep monitoring it and to take the glimepiride, which I had stopped taking. So I started taking the glimepiride in the mornings. That helped a little bit, but my numbers were still high. So when I went to the doctor's, I was with her for about an hour and a half. She gave me another medication to take, obviously because I'm looking for it right now. Obviously because of the fact that we were having issues with my stomach and all that other good stuff. So it was, we were sitting there trying to figure out how to fix my sugars. Now, obviously, I had to go back to the glimperite, so I take that one in the morning, every morning. Hold on, I need my fingerprint. Oh, okay. Now I'm dark because obviously the window's right over here. Hold on a minute. I'll change you in a minute. The medication now is called losartan, amitriptyline. That's not it. I did go on another medication for my stomach. Bum 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 bum. That's Lancet. Tradgenta. Oh, Tradgenta. So 5 milligrams of Tradgenta, and the glimperide. So I take those in the morning, plus the metformin, plus all the other ones. That 45 milligrams of pioglitazone. That's another one. So I gotta say my sugars are still at 140 something in the morning, so they're not completely low. So that's bad. My battery's dying. I have to change it. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. So all in all, came to find out that the reason my sugar has been so high is not because of my diet. Because I still eat the same. I'm still doing sort of ketovore, carnivore. I still eat more meats. I still lay off of the stuff that I usually lay off of. Every now and then I'll have rice and it'll be like this much. I'll have like 3 little pieces of potato. So it's not something that it's supposed to make my sugar go like massive high, right? But because I always keep track of my what I eat on the Fat Secret app and the Keto One app. I forgot the name of that one. So I always keep track of it. I'm always within my range. I'm always I still don't, actually I only do stevia. I don't even do the Splenda anymore. Every now and then I want a candy, but who doesn't, right? So that shouldn't be the reason why my sugar went up to 7.3 A1C. So we went through like what I eat, so we figured it wasn't what I was eating. I was juicing. Well, I do juicing. I don't do it every day because of the fact that it has a lot of fruit in it, and when you don't put a lot of fruit in it, it is a little bitter. So I have been doing it with less of the fruit. In the beginning I did it with a lot of the fruit just to try to get it sweetened. So now what I end up doing is I put a couple of drops of the stevia in it instead, because I can't do it without this, with like, it's bitter. So I sort of balanced it out. I don't do too much of the fruit. And I put the drops of stevia, but I don't drink it every single day either. So come to find out, we were there for an hour and a half. She went over my food. She went over everything. Came to find out that is the pain. The pain is making my sugars go up. So I have that kind of diabetes that I guess emotion, stress, depression, pain, like all that stuff affects my sugars. So I was having really bad headaches, migraine headaches, and I've been having a bad shoulder pain, which we have no idea where I got it from, what I did. I probably strained a muscle, I don't know how, and I can't take painkillers because of the issue that I have with my blood. They think it has to do with me drinking so many painkillers for the headache and all that other stuff. So I did do I forget what it's called, but I swallowed a camera and they recorded everything. I guess no news is good news because that was weeks ago and I haven't heard back from anybody about the results on that. But I do go to the doctors next month to review all that stuff. But my guess, I'm still bleeding somewhere, and it's not from that because he hasn't called me, so I'm not too worried. The other thing was, so that's why my sugar was so high, is from the pain. So also, because diabetes is so special, right? We're special people. Came to find out that I was having like dry eyes very badly. And the dry eyes, so I went to like 5 appointments in one, and within a span of like 2 weeks, to try to figure out what was what. So I found out I pulled the muscle from here, so that has to heal on its own. Obviously, I'm diabetic. It's going to take forever to heal. So I only put like a heat mat before going to sleep so I can alleviate the pain. I do stretch in the morning before sitting down. Obviously, it's winter and it's ugly outside. See? Ugly. So I am not going out there. And it's been cold, like below degrees. Who wants to go out there on a walk for that? I do have an exercise machine over there. I'm sure you see it. It's standing by the window. And I get on it for like a couple of minutes. And I've been doing the walking around and standing still walk and all that other stuff. But apparently it's not fast enough. And then my arm. So, that being said, that's making my sugar go whoa, whoa, whoa. So I found out from the eye doctor that the dry eye was giving me my migraine headaches. So he prescribed some drops, and they were working. But let me tell you, they were $100. It was $100 copay, so Essie did not get the drops. $100 for... No. No. So what I did was, the pharmacist did suggest, because he said it was expensive for some drops himself, and he tried to look in there to see if there was some kind of other thing that I can take. I'll be back. Alright guys, all these interruptions. Alright, so all of that to come to find out that it was the pain that was causing my sugar. So obviously, because I'm still in pain, even though I did get some eye drops, I put it in the morning, I put it in the afternoon, I still get the headaches, just not as bad though, so it's okay. But I still have the shoulder pain. So as long as I still, I guess in pain, my sugar will still be up. They've been 140, no higher than that in the morning. So I think I'm safe. I do send my doctor the numbers for the week every Monday. So she hasn't called me to do any changes. So I guess it's okay. Oh. See, now I'm tired. Second, that was 1, diabetes. 2, weight loss. So weight loss, I think we talked about this already, but we really not doing anything crazy for weight. I mean, I think I'm okay. I don't need to go crazy anymore about any kind of weight kind of stuff. I mean, of course, I keep up with the diet and I keep up with that kind of stuff. It's mainly for my diabetes, not for my weight, because I don't think I'm overweight. I don't think I'm okay with the way I look. If you don't like the way I look, then don't look at me. Because I like the way I look. But it's mainly for my diabetes, not for my weight. Third is Tennessee. So Tennessee is still a go. As you guys probably saw, if you follow my videos for Tennessee or for my budgets, obviously, then you probably know more about Tennessee. Obviously, it's a go. We sent money like twice already for our home. We did select one totally off, probably from like videos ago about Tennessee, because every single time we have found a place to build our house, they have come back with that's what I gotta say about that. So we have been through, I don't know, like 4 places, and we have given them money. Of course, we get it back because, you know, nothing is final until there's stuff on the ground. So even the money I sent today, a couple of weeks ago for this house, we can get it back. So it's just a day at a time, people, a day at a time. Our goal is still the same. We're not changing anything. We're still leaving no matter what. And you're probably saying, without a house in Tennessee, don't worry. Our plan is something is going to go there. I don't know what it is. Something going to go there because I am going. So whether it's a house, whether it's an RV, whether it's a shed, I don't care. I am going to Tennessee. I shouldn't say I don't care. I do care. But we are trying our very best to try to get a house. So this is a two. We've done the single one, thinking that'll. Actually, we started with a double wide, and that failed. We started with another double wide with a different company, that failed. Then we said, let's go smaller. Maybe if we go smaller, it's not as productive. I guess like they're not doing it as much, so maybe it's better. And we went to a single wide, like 2-bedroom, very small, that failed. And then now we're back to a double wide. It's a whole different company, way farther out. They totally agreed to bring the house to obviously the mountains, so they're good. We make sure they knew that they are very far out. We're not gonna get charged anything extra for bringing the house or anything like that. Everything is included, and actually, weirdly enough, it came out 3 times cheaper than the other ones, including the single 2-bedroom. I mean, and this one has 3 baths, 2 baths, 3 bedrooms. So 3 bedrooms, 3 bedroom, 2 baths, a laundry room, the kitchen, the dining room, and the living room. So, and it's a double wide. So, and it was 3 times cheaper than all the other ones. So, you see, when you're patient, God always blesses you with something. So we just have to make sure that it still stays in order. We are going in March. Maybe I'll record, maybe I won't, I don't know. You guys already seen 3 videos the whole entire year of Tennessee. So unless we're doing something else differently, I'll think about it. I'll take the camera. But so we're going in March because we have to go, one, to visit the people who are building the house to make sure everything is correct. I mean, we send them more than $20,000 right now. Everything has been approved, everything has been set, so nothing should be holding us from our house being built. Like right now, it should be being built. So that's why we're going in March. They claim they will have the house down by December. We don't want it in December because it's pure winter. In Tennessee, I believe it's a lot of rain, so we don't want that. So we're going to try, when we go in March, we're going to try to push it for them to actually not do anything to like March of 2023 or April, when the weather is much nicer for the house to be put down, basically. Around October or November is when we have to finalize and have the land cleared, have the sewer put in, and the water. So that'll be October, November. So as that get closer, I will let you guys know. If anything else happens with the house, the budget video will know more, because either my money will come back, or I would have to void the check that I did mail, or money will come in. So if you keep up with the budget videos, you'll know more about Tennessee. What else? I started gardening, doing some winter seeding. Around March, I'll do more gardening seeding kind of thing. My sweet potatoes are starting to sprout, which is great. I wanted to start earlier on those. I wanted to get a good root to see if my potatoes come out bigger, because they're so tiny. I mean, they're good. We still eat them, but they're tiny. So I'm hoping this, by pushing them to get a stronger root, sprouting faster maybe. And the other idea is to put less in the tub. We did get more tubs because we are going to grow more. And I want to be more organized this year when it comes to my gardening. Meaning, I do want to have certain amount of things that I haven't had a success on. One, still have the things that we already are good on. Especially like tomatoes we're good with. Garlic, this is our first year. And I want to do the two gardening seasons, I think is what it's called. So you do from like spring to like summer, and then midsummer to winter. So I want to start learning how that works, right? Because then when I'm in Tennessee, that's what we're going to be doing. So I want to start learning it now. My eyes completely dry. And what else? I think that's it. I'm still working from home. Yay. Today I'm off, but not really off, because I'm working on my side hustles. But in between that, I decided to give you guys a blog update on life update. Besides that, I think that's it. We're good. So here we are, 2022. Let's see what 2022 brings us. So God bless. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions about anything. We'll see how this new medication works out for me. Weather will start getting better, so I'll be able to go walking, working on the yard. So the sugars will go down. And my guess is I'll stop taking the glimepiride, because that one is the one that makes sure it can give you a low spike on your sugars. So most likely that will be the one that she'll tell me to stop if my sugars are low. Besides that, I know she said to let her know if I'm no longer in pain, and I have to keep an eye on my morning sugars to make sure they're no less than like 80 or 90 in the mornings. That will be a indicator that obviously my sugar is starting to maintain itself. So that's it. Bye, guys.